Hi everyone,
Hi guys.
welcome to part 2 of how we survived the night of Hurricane Melissa. Now, if you haven't checked out our first video, you might want to do that so that you can get an idea of where we're coming from and where we're planning to go now.
Okay guys, so please remember to subscribe, share this content with somebody who might be interested, alright? Okay, I'm gonna give you a little recap of part 1. Alright, so where I left off on you remember? Okay, yeah. I left off where we went over the wall. So our neighbor basically put us up for the night, guys. But our neighbor's roof, they had lost a couple shingles also, so inside was also wet. Yeah, it was raining on the inside, and by this moment, guys, the storm, it was getting more powerful. The wind was picking up, it was howling. So guys, we were there on the veranda because inside it
It
was
was wet, it was
basically
leaky.
raining on the inside also. So while we were there, we were looking in the back of the yard, so we noticed that the water, it was coming through the wall. It was coming through the wall. So we realized that the situation there, and it was early, guys. It wasn't way up in the night, it was early. So, and we were soaking wet because we had to travel through the water and we didn't have any clothes or anything. In fact, I lost one of my shoes, one of my crocs, so I only had on one foot of shoes. So so we were there, and we were getting wet. We were telling them our story, what happened to us, and so the neighbor next door come and said, you can stay the night over by their house, even though they mentioned to us that a couple shingles was missing off their roof also. And the neighbor that we were at, they decided that they wasn't going to stay because they realized that they were going to be flooded also. So we we crossed the road and we went over by the other neighbor's house where we would have
That's where
spent
we
the
spent
night.
the night.
Yes, guys, we thought we would spend the night away from the chaos in somewhere warm, but
But that was not
that
so.
was not so, guys. When Melissa picked up, when the wind picked up, it started to demolish the shingles on that house top also. So basically, we were sitting in the dark on a chair with,
And that chair was soaking
I
wet
mean,
with water
a
dripping
roof.
from the roof on our heads as well.
Yeah, a roof was over our head, but guess what? We were we got wet the whole night. We got wet the whole night. I actually folded up on the chair while it was raining. There was nowhere in the house where I could have gone that wasn't leaking. Everything was getting wet.
The owners had
So
to seek refuge in their
in their vehicle, guys. So their vehicle was parked on the driveway. That's where they seek refuge, in their vehicle. But we were stuck in the house, along with the other family that we rescued. So I mean, we stuck it out until morning. Yes, we stuck it out until morning. We didn't get a ounce of sleep. If we try to sleep, it's raining and you're constantly getting wet, so you're not gonna sleep. That was the longest night I can remember, right? So morning now, morning was going to actually see what happened. I mean, from early as 5 o'clock, the street was festive with people from all
neighboring
over,
communities everywhere.
everywhere, guys, just coming over to our scheme because they see what was happening. It was like a sea of water with the houses are in the middle, right? So we went back over to the house that we climbed the wall because the water had gone down a little there. When we look back over to our home,
because the back of their house faces the back of our house, so we could stay in their yard and look over our house. And when we looked,
it wasn't a good sight. I had a vehicle that was parked at the back of my house. That vehicle was flooded. So I know that the one that I used to work around by the front, I know that one was flooded. I was more worried about it floating away though in the water. So so guys, I wanted to see what was really happening inside my house, but you will see in the video. You will see in the video to the extent of how far the water stretches. So when I walked around the road, I could only see the house, but there wasn't any access to go into the house. Okay, so I really wanted to see what was taking place inside of my house, right? So I gained access through a fence around the back of one of the neighbors' yard, and I walk along the fence. Trust me, I was very determined. I walk along the fence and I found myself at the side of the neighbor to the right. So I walk at the side of the house, which the water was still high. I managed to climb over the fence, and trust me, when I climbed over the fence, everything that I had on the veranda had basically float away. The vehicle that was in the yard, the water was on the bonnet. When I come to the front door, and I push the key in the front door and open the front door, guys, you can't believe what I saw.
alright, so thank you for watching the video so far, and if you're interested in learning more or knowing more about our journey, please stick around for part 3, where we'll go into more details on what we went through.
Alright, part 3 will be very exciting, so please remember to like, subscribe, share, invite someone over to experience or to basically understand what we experienced through Hurricane Melissa. And
hopefully this can be an inspiration to someone who is going through a rough time.
Yes, because as the name of the channel states, the comeback couple, guys, we will rise again. Alright? Have a pleasant evening.